Hello Virgos, welcome out. Okay, this is your bonus reading. I'm going especially for you, and it's not June. It's gonna be we'll do June, July, and August. How about that? Okay, just to see where we're at for June. Okay, because things change all the time, and the reason I'm doing this is because you have lovingly showed your support, and my channel is growing because of you. So this is my thank you to you. Okay. And we have the deck here. It's an Angel Tarot deck here by the famous Doreen Virtue. Okay, Tarot deck. Seven of Waters on the bottom. A complex decision. You need to do research. Stop procrastinating. Okay, make yourself a schedule. Nine of Earth. Enjoying life's little luxuries. Spending quiet time alone. Successful self-employment. Yeah, I do feel like a money vibe, around you guys, that you're going to be either we're working on a business, or you're going to be getting money in, or it's not really about stability, even though that makes you feel stable. It's just about money coming in, and it's blessings too. It's like feels like a lot of like a good period, a good time, you know, in your history of your evolution. So Ace of Air on the bottom, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of situation, a challenging beginning. Okay, but with the Ace of Air does come truth and enlightenment and victory. So, you know, new starts are hard in the beginning, just like at the end it's hard when you're trying to get through the end to a new beginning. So just go through that little learning curve, and and you'll be fine. Okay. So Eight of Water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Totally felt that for you guys whenever before I started, that you want to know your purpose, and I have the purpose deck, and I thought about it and I put it back, but it really called me out to my name when I was saying that. So you're a little bit unfulfilled, and you're looking for some to be self-fulfilled, right? So there's something you feel like you need to do. Okay, maybe it's a physical move. Okay, maybe you just need to get some movement going. Okay, that's how you get brilliant new ideas, as well as, you know, getting your body going and moving. You know, doing some exercise will make the endorphins in the brain start working more. And then you got High Priestess. Okay, number 2 right off the back. That's a good card to have. So you're very intuitive. You have angels lots around you, and you're just guided to listen to your intuition. Okay, have patience, it says. Consider carefully what you want before you're acting. Okay, so it's kind of like you're in a Two of Swords, and there's like you're just trying to consider two things, like a diplomacy type of thing. Like you know, you're not in denial or anything. You're thinking about it on what you want to do. You know, what's your next step? What's your next move? You know. Twos are about choice, you know, and dualities. And the first one says, wasn't there something about choosing? No. Consider carefully what you want before acting. That's what it says. So there must be some things that you want, and you're having to decide one from another. You know, I don't know. That's different than what I think. You know, in my channel, they say we can have it all. But it's saying there's a choice here to be made, okay? And I'm very excited that you guys are actually growing, okay, spiritually and emotionally, because that makes for, you know, the invitation of love, true love, to come in if you know how to have a healthy relationship, you know, especially with yourself. Because if you're not self-fulfilled, you know, then you don't have inspiration, and you don't go and do and live your life. You're bored at home doing nothing, you know. It's like you always feel like you're missing something, you know. You know, and you always want to look outside for it. So it's something that you feel fulfilled. You're walking towards your 9 of Cups because you are actually spiritually and emotionally growing, okay? And you're gaining that extra fulfillment from inside. So there is something you have to release, okay? 8 of Water is usually a walking away. So it could be from a behavior, it could be from a person. They are cups, so it may be in love, okay? Really hate that I always have to give that news, but it's just, that just seems to be the consensus for people. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand, you know, but I wonder if that's the right case, and if so, you know, why. I have some archetype decks and whatnot. So let's finish looking at the rest of the story here before we get to that. But I will try and find out here. So usually you need to have a release before you can have a new birth. So it's time to make a judgment call, and you have a calling upon you. So you're being called to do something, okay? So basically you're needing to come together, grow spiritually and emotionally, because there's a calling upon you. That's why. And whomever you're with, you'll be, you know, working on this calling together, is what I get. Partnering up somehow. It doesn't have to be romantic. Okay. Could be something you're making money off as well. You know, you do something you're passionate about, and find a way to make a living off of it. So let's see, we have a 9 of Air. Wait, okay, the release, right? It says the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So during this 8 of Water, you realize I'm not self-fulfilled, and if I'm not self-fulfilled, then I can't, you know, be in a fulfilling relationship with someone else. I need to heal. I need to be self-fulfilled, and then in the relationship we can be self-fulfilled, right? I mean, we can be whole and complete on our own, and complement each other is what I like to say. You know, and if you're in a relationship where, look, you're having to leave, you know, I can see why one person or the other might walk away, because it's like, I'm unfulfilled with myself, and so I'm kind of needing, I don't have to offer you what you need. You know, that might be the case in somebody's case, okay? Not very many, but I mean, if you're not self-fulfilled, then it's hard for the other person to be fulfilled, because yes, they are self-fulfilled, either you or them, and one of you are not, or maybe not both of you are, I don't know. But what am I trying to say? I don't know. Give me a second. It just puts a damper, you know, on the relationship when there's so much displeasure with your own self, you know, where you feel like I can't even be in a relationship right now because I don't have to offer, you know, what makes a healthy relationship. So I don't know, you have to release something. 13 or 4 could be, you know, important to you. 4, we know, is about stability, and everybody wants that, you know. And if you're going to end a phase, well, you might as well go ahead and rebuild from the bottom up. And so that stands for also, you know, foundation, end of the situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So you've had a spiritual transformation. You get to move on to the 9 of Air. That's not a good card. Let's see. Hold on. So you're expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. Okay. So yes, you are growing in some areas, but this is an area that you need to work on. Okay. So basically, it's how to manifest. Okay. So If you are focusing on something with unwavering faith, right? We talked about this with the emotion of being excited that it's coming and you're taking action. Then you shouldn't be in the imposed imprisonment of constant worry. If it's going to happen, if it's going to come, how is it going to be? Trying to control it, okay? Because it's just going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy of expecting the worst, okay? And you're making yourself sick by worrying and by it's just like taking your energy away. Believe me, I know all about that. So you just need channel messages to, set your intentions, let them go, let them flow. I know easier said than done, but it takes practice and you can do it. Okay, so you have to flow because it feels good. If you're not letting it flow and you're trying to control things and you're all worried, like your life is difficult and you feel miserable and you feel lost. So you might as well really just give in and surrender to the divine already and let things go, let things flow, and put in the work that you need to on the goals that you have. Okay, this is a self-imposed imprisonment. Actually, this is a 9 of air. Hold on. 9 is not. 9 is like, you're almost like, I can't do this anymore. You're worried too much in your head. You have anxiety about it, basically. So 9 of water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. On the bottom it says falling in love or wedding, proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. Okay, so there's 3 scenarios. I don't even have to say. So you're falling in love with someone, which I guess I would say I can see, if there's a walking away. That was the first one, 8 of water, walking away from love. Or if you're walking away from the past, but you're still with this person, then and you do what I say and go with the flow instead of the anxiety, you actually are giving yourself a fair chance to actually fall in love again, if that was the issue in a relationship, if there was one, if you had a partner. The need to balance emotions, right, for becoming that king and queen of cups, and having emotional fulfillment and emotional stability, right? You own up for yourself, your responsibilities, and do things with compassion and love, right? Trustworthy and honest towards each other. Then you got the magician, just like I said. I mean, you're basically becoming the magician of your world. So you got a new start here. You're ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. So your life is getting getting better. The things that you want, they come to you more easily. And you always have someone, somehow when you need something, someone's there to help you, okay? As if there was angelic guidance, because there is, okay? Then we have 3 of fire, abundance. Told you so. I guess you're not mad that I said I told you so, because you got money, right? It says, things very good. Have patience and time. Make long-term plans. So, and abundance doesn't have to just be like monetary, right? It can be anything that you put value on, okay? But since there is a 9 of water, we can safely assume that you're either falling in love, you're getting a proposal, wedding proposal, or some kind of invitation to an event, okay? So maybe waiting on your ships to come in here, all right, and very impatiently, okay, I might add. But yeah, and this all is computing with Jupiter, being a force that we're dealing with at the moment. in retrograde, okay, with the it rules Sagittarius, which is the fire sign. Great sadness. Take time to heal the need to forgive yourself and others. So the Three of Air, yeah, I guess that's why you walked away from someone, because there's probably some kind of there was some kind of betrayal or some kind of third-party situation. Can you plug this in? It's about to die. Because this is great sadness. It don't just say sadness. You know, it's like, my heart's broken, you know, in a million pieces. Take time to heal, it says. The need to forgive yourself and others, you know. So forgiveness is going to be a really big deal for you right now, okay? An unwise choice. Five of Air, it says. Learn to view everyone's motives. Yeah, that was my big channeled message in the other reading I just did, was to check the intent of other people around you, okay? But yeah, there may be some fighting going around. Not in this deck, but in other decks. Five of Air is like somebody who is like manipulative, somebody who like to be argumentative, and it's right next to the three of Air. So those are both airs. And let's see, ego, yeah, so we got 15 or 6. It's like you just want peace. A false sense of entrapment. Okay, so you're not trapped. You feel like you're trapped, but you're not. Okay, you feel that way, right? And because you've put a facade on, probably just to, you know, keep yourself safe, or where you felt safe. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. Relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. So you do end up here in a new relationship. You have the offer here, and you're healing. And then the ego says a false sense of entrapment, overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So you need to be forgiving. Make sure to have faith over fear. Okay, and release the past. Keep your heart open. Awakening. So you're going through an awakening. I know it's very hard. It's not like, oh, all this pleasant, cool stuff. It's like, oh, you're actually breaking things that you always thought were true, but they're not. And you're just like, oh, man, I wish I would have known. And this is bittersweet, because all this time I thought this, when it really was this. Like, that's the way you feel. It's bittersweet. You don't want to be happy or to be mad, you know? First I get mad, and then I get happy. So, anyways. Awakening, Archangel Gabriel. Look at this from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So if there's stagnation, there's something here that there's like a pause in life, you know, it's because it's time for you to experience something and work through it. Okay? Right? So right now it's just a time where you're like growing, expanding, you know, action, okay, bringing about your self-expression through these actions and these new perspectives. It says gift or money, time or effort, new career birth is coming through for you. Somebody's being generous around you. If you want to get a loan, now's the time, but check the details. Just because of Mercury retrograde, they say not to sign anything before it's over, but you know, just check the details. Let's see. So yeah, I feel like you're gonna get a new career, like I told you, saying it, and I feel it in this card too, you know. So, you know, when you become a new person, you shine different, or like seeing you, you know, and they're like, they see you putting in effort, or they're, you know, that's why you're standing out, so to get a career advancement or a new job, paying off debts and stuff like that. Yeah, that's good. 18 or 9, the moon, important psych insight. Events, release fears that hold you back. Yeah, so it's just a bit of mystery going on here, because you're like, okay, I'm going through this, and you know, it's like I went from this life to this life, and now like you know, everything's changing and shaking up for me, and so you're starting to feel a little bit of fear. You know, you can't see the big, right? You can see some of it, but don't let that hold you back, because it says release fears that hold you back, right? So if you have fear, you're going to get held back. So if you, that's another thing about pauses, or you know, if you allow fear to overtake you, then it's like you pause time sometimes, and then you cause a lot more than that. Okay, so if it's, you know, an emotional, something emotional that you're needing to take care of, right? You don't want to be miserable for ever, right? So we want to go through the pain we need to, and no more, you know, learn the lesson, and then, you know, just it's the only way, you know, if you could stay focused on that, okay, and retrain your brain to this new perspective. Every time your brain wants to go backwards, you say, no, this is the truth, and now I have a new truth, and this is the truth, okay? So that's how you change your life, okay, to move forward, as I see you're wanting to change. You're wanting to change in your job, your love life. You just want life to be better, okay, for whatever reason. I don't know. I get the sense of just like you're just maturing, you know, or there's some kind of motivation here. I guess because you felt like you had a calling, okay? You're pushed towards something, and you're needed. And that's why there's all these awakenings and all this and these new beginnings, because they're prepping for this time when you're going to be used as an instrument in the Creator's hands to help, you know, fulfill the things that need to be done on the earth. You know, faith over fear, and you know, bringing heaven back down to earth, so to speak. Well, you have this here, world, wheel. Okay, so let's just go down here on 10 of Earth. So Ace of documents or contracts. Okay, so there obviously, you know, is some kind of abundance coming to you. Again, abundance doesn't always have to mean monetary, but I do feel it's monetary for some, a person for another. Could be a person, because next to it is a Knight of Earth. It says loyal, dedicated, and if you have an Ace of Earth next to a person, I mean, that it is a person. Okay, so whoever this Ace of Earth is, you know, and it's actually Knight of Earth. But anyways, this Ace of Earth is still can be symbolized as a person, and the Earth sign that to be said like slowest but the most stable. Okay, and you can have characteristics. Doesn't mean like it has to be one size. Page of Fire, outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. So somebody's got a lot of fire in. Okay. If it's not normal, then it's probably because it's Jupiter season right now, because they rule Saturn, and Saturn's a fire sign. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Okay, so you're starting to be more authentic. You've got this new idea, you know, starting to feel passion in your heart for something, and it's towards your purpose. Okay, so there's a passion there. There's a new adventure, endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity, right? Because nobody is like you. You're unique, so you're needed there. It doesn't matter if there's thousands of people doing the same thing. Nobody is like you, and nobody can do it like you do. So wherever you're being called, that's where you belong in. So you're just being called, you know, to be strong. Loving could be important too. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments. Forgiveness and compassion. So you have a lot of inner strength. I want you to this to release judgments. Okay, you're strong. You can do it. You need, you know, your best self, right? But likewise, you know, judging people is not loving, okay? It's not compassionate at all. So it's wanting to be more forgiving, which we talked about, and compassionate. And when you judge people, it's saying them pretty much the same thing. It's not, you're not compassionate. So show your great inner strength by not judging people when you could maybe even have authority to do so, okay? Like an entitled personality. Like, don't be like that kind of person. More power. And don't give up. Protect that which you created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of fire. And I'm proud of you. I feel it in my chest. Something is brewing. Your new endeavor is brewing. And you're stronger in this one than the one that said strength. I guess because I'm a fire sign and this is fire. And I know what fire feels like in my chest. It's like, come on. Let's get this done. So, yeah, something that you're wanting to do. But the thing is, you have to believe in yourself. Okay, you can't have that lack mentality or that scarcity mentality. Abundance mentality, okay? You can do it. You will have the resources. We already talked about that under the, I think, Magician or whatever it was. So, Queen of Fire and Empress. It says confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. So you are becoming like this Queen of Fire, okay? So that's fire and water. So stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity, okay? So you're allowed to be however you want to be, authentically you, and get creative with it, but okay. Empress 3 is self and others. So yeah, you have made yourself a person of wealth and reputation and love, charity. Okay, then that's what I've been getting a lot of. Even most of my readings start out with or my previous readings have been about staying in your Empress energy. Okay, because it's easy to go back. And it's like, oh, you gotta build back up your confidence and tell yourself the truth and keep going and move forward. Don't get the past. Just focus over here, focus here. So I know it's a juggling thing until you can be strong into your new self, right? So then you have the World here, Says a job well done. Congratulations. Gratitude. The path toward enlightenment. So you're going through this end of phase, or you could be moving, you could be being world renowned for some. Like I said, you're going to use for an instrument in God's hands. So who knows how far that will stretch, right? 21-3 could be important. So yeah, you don't get any more expanded pretty much than joy and content and gratitude. Okay, alignment there. And yeah, right there, no sooner do you finish that last phase after you become Empress, that the wheel turns in your favor. Okay, now it could turn the opposite way if you had bad luck. It could be good luck, and good luck it could be bad luck, but this feels good. Okay, Archangel Michael, it's positive change. See, positive change. It is positive. I know you hate change. Just bear with me. The situation suddenly moves forward. Okay, that stuck one moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Yay, yay, yay. All right, 10 of Earth. Of course, fortune's on your side. You've got your 10 of Pentacles here. You've gone through the world and the wheel, and you're the Empress. And it says it's a very family life. Financial security. Finding magic in the little things in life. That is so beautiful. I love this reading. Queen of Air, it says objective decision making. Clearing away all no longer serves you. Seeing the humor in a situation. So now it's like you're looking back, logically and thinking, and you're like, what was I thinking? And why was I thinking that? And that, set me back so long because, I kept thinking that, and I let it affect me when I shouldn't have, and I could have moved forward a lot easier, with less pain. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to teach you as well. Okay, because I'm a mentor. All right, and you can reach if you need personal, effort and time daily to help you do so. But otherwise, I do these free, and my coaching here is free. I like to focus a lot on the coaching part too. So yeah, I knew before you started that you were working on your happiness, because I turned all these cards over except for this one. So I knew that you were, okay? I knew you were working on happiness already. And you did, right? You got your 10 of Earth, okay? And you look back and you were like, I can't believe that, whatever, etc., etc. I am aware that being happy means, so that's why I said if you feel happy, then you're on the right path. And if not, then you may want to rethink your decisions. So I turned this one over. 44 could be important, or 8, right? Abundance or infinity. Also the number for the archangels. And Archangel Michael here, okay? Archangel Gabriel, Haniel. All these here are archangels. It's Archangel saying, we need to bring the love back down, the unity of the earth. And so people who come on this channel are going to learn what their purpose is, develop their talents. I'll have courses that you can, purchase to learn how to develop whatever. We're going to get gifts, and they're going to be like, it's a curse. And I'm going to, like in being an empath, and I'll have to teach you how to ground and, use your energy, I will have Reiki classes available as I'm a Reiki master. But let's read the bottom of this, okay? Universal love. So you're part of this big universal love thing, this circle here. The frequency of activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of its existence. You know, and I think that's why it really wanted you to focus on compassion, okay, and forgiveness. You know, talking about not judging. You know, and then I told you that had to it wasn't compassion if you judge, because you're part of bringing down this, bringing to you in your life and the people around you universal love. Okay, you realize it now. Okay, you believe in miracles. All right. This one says, damsel, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on risk, because you learn how to be self-empowered, rely on yourself, to mature, you know, emotionally. So you'll go through it, and you know, once you become, you know, independent and things for yourself, then you can make a bigger difference in the world. Not that you can't make one now, but you're like, you know, the more that you rely on yourself and not others, because I guess put the channel messages, and it doesn't have anything to do with what I just said, but it reminded me of being codependent. You know, like if you don't rely on yourself, then who do you rely on? You're relying on somebody else for your happiness, or for something that has to do with you. You know, it's like, no, they're not even in charge of your happiness. You're in charge of yours, and figuring that out all by yourself. You know, whether there can be happiness between the two, that's up to you. Okay. I don't know how that works, in every relationship is different. Okay. Let's see. I would like to know from your, I put the wrong one over there. Hold on. Oh, I'll just do it later. From your new beau over here. Let's see, what does he want to tell you? I'll take 3. Please, thank you. And one more. Well, okay, 2 more. That works too, right? First one that popped out, it says, my beloved. Though we may physically apart, we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Okay. Good things take time to grow. Okay, it's your channel message. Things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. A blessing will soon be revealed. Turmoil, blessing. Okay? So you just went through something that was tumultuous, like so hard, okay? But now comes the blessing you learn revealed to you. And I feel like it's in the form of a gift. You know, and when you're gifted a gift from your creator, it's a blessing. It's an honor to have that. If he wouldn't, you know, bestow a power, almost, you know, a gift on us to use, you know, be used as his hands, or his hand, go where he wants us to go, and do what he wants us to say, and do what he wants us to do. You know, this person do that. Whatever, all have different parts and things, as you know, counselors and healers and speakers and authors. But this one says it'll be revealed soon. Okay, she says it too. It'll be revealed soon. She sees it in her crystal ball. Let's see. Secret admirer. Ooh. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Aww, sounds like a little crush. And sexual union. Oof. It says, that went over magician, by the way. It says, you ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest them. Like Madison one fell over. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So I don't know about you guys and having meaningless sex, right? But when you are you're engaged in sexual union with someone, it's not just chemical or attraction. It's like you can feel each other's souls and you can see them, you feel them. So if you haven't experienced that, then possibly you will be. Okay. I didn't get any of these. True love cards. I haven't used these in a while. I took out a bunch of different ones today because I got tired of using the old ones. So y'all got to tell me which ones you like. Intimacy, yeah. Like that's what I just said. You guys need to be intimate, you know, conversing about bonding, taking baths together like they are and whatnot, you know. But I do see that there's a need for closeness and affection, okay? Sexual freedom, whatever that means. It's upside down. I don't know what that means. To me, what it means, you know, intuitively is, you don't know from the book, but you feel free, you know, when you're in sexual union with your partner, you know, so you don't feel uncomfortable. It's like a, you know, soul bond or whatever. So I feel like you feel free to be yourself, you know. And connection is upside down. So it looks like we need to work on our connections. And it looks like some form of connecting, as the whole thing was about someone connecting. There's music, there's wine, a letter. It's by the sunset. It's really beautiful. So this one did say falling in love, wedding proposal, or invitation to a social event. So that could that. So, and one more, please. Take this one. The divine masculine. Dun, dun, dun. So you're an empress, right? And I see you. This may be your 10 of earth. You know, could be where he brought his last one, and you know, y'all have a nice little. If you'd like to know, oh, and look, divine feminine's on the bottom. So this is a union. It always happens. Why? Always. I mean, not that I don't like them. It's just that right now there's just time. It's just a time where people are leveling up or ascending in their commitment of love, either in their relationship or, you know, getting with their partner. So this is what I'm seeing, you guys, right now. And let's see, the last ones I had were these. These are kind of cute. I'll pull out a few little psychic cards, little witchy cards. Is it Wednesday? No, Thursday. I was going to say witchy Wednesday. So number 15 could be important to you. The letter is a sign of good tidings. Expected fortune. Okay, so there was a letter over here. There was an invitation over here. So expect good fortune. Well, of course we're going to be, because the wheel is right here and this said fortune is on your side. So that's confirmation. Take about 3 of these, right? Just for fun. I like these cute little cards. So that's a king there. So a king would show up. All right. It says number 9, the mouse nearby. It knows. Okay, so it's close by. But distant. The loss will be irretrievable. Okay, there's something was really, really lost that, for good, obviously, with that work out on your relationship. So it's not that at all. I did feel that in a couple of the other ones, so I would expect to hear, but I don't feel that. Maybe, damn it, there's a fox. The fox is close proximity to proximity. Then you can be distrust, seeking to betray you. If it's less distant, then less danger. Well, it didn't. Okay. Jack, 52 or 7, 29 or 11, 15 or 6, another 11. Twin flame could be. If you like one of those readings, hit me up. This of life and strong fellow feeling, love, intense love. So, or 10 of earth, some intense love to be able to not just get to 10 of earth, right, but maintain it, okay? And consistency in the readings. So, the herder, you gotta herd your marriage kind of like you do, the shepherd. So let me see. I think that's all we're gonna do for tonight. Oh, wait, one more. Here was hardship. It says, may I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God. And if all you have during your hardships is enough energy to say, please help, He will send you help. Legions of angels, okay? Or ask the angels to say, please help, okay? You try that and comment and see if it doesn't work, because it will, okay? So I'm going to be praying for both ascend to a higher commitment and higher level of love and emotional level toxicity. Now we're getting connection and intimacy, more free status. Okay, so I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very happy. This is gonna take this. Let's go through this real quick. This was June, and then I went and did 3 months as a bonus. So I did July, August, or it'll be August or September, or something big, December. Okay, December, yeah. Something also in December. Something about good fortune. Maybe a letter to speak, or but yeah, 3 months. We're just May, so June, July, August is what we're going with. That's the final answer to this. Okay. All right. So thank you for being here. Share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you for sharing. Namaste.